Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're not cooking, but we're doing something very exciting. My mic is here. Splendid, right? So if you scroll down my channel, you realize that I have this show called Chronicles at Midday, where I talk about some things, aside food of course, but about life, classic music, classic films, and all of that. So today, if you are a lover of classic movies, if you are a hopeless romantic, if you want to remember our stories through my mouth, this is the place you're supposed to be. Please click on the notification button, click on the subscribe button. Do not go anywhere.
Hey, don't do that. Okay, I'm your daddy. Don't you kick me like that.
So today we'll be talking about this classic movie called Romantic Attraction. This movie is about a man and his little girl who played matchmaker. This movie has this little twist to it. So the movie featured our favorite screen duo, Stella Damascus and RMD Richard Murphy Damijo, with a beautiful plot to it, with their girl playing matchmaker.
She was right.
Right about what?
About you, she said you're an angel.
The father, played by RMD, lost his wife and love, played by Stella Damascus, to childbirth, and he dedicated his life into bringing up their child, played by Sharon Ezzamaka. If you remember Sharon Ezzamaka, if you saw a lot of old movies, Dorothy My Love, a lot of things, Sharon is there. But in recent times, not so recent, Sharon was in a series called Sugar, or that Sugar series, if you remember. So yeah, back to my story. RMD dedicated his life into bringing up this child, who now found a mother in her class teacher, played by Chioma Chikoka, and that began her journey into matchmaking. He birthed the spirit of matchmaking as she brought her father and her class teacher together in love.
It's not surprising.
No, you don't understand. She just doesn't want anyone. She has her standards.
I know that Nigerian movie recently, we've been doing well. We've been doing splendid. Based on pictures, some of the stories are lovely. Equipments are amazing. We're doing really well. Nollywood is a big thing. Nollywood is a big name, and I'm super proud of it. But I'm an old soul, and I know there are people like me out there clamoring for those old movies. That was why when Child's Play came into the picture, remaking, I love them so much for doing that. They didn't get everything right, but they did most of it, especially with Living in Bondage, that was done by Ramsey Noah, our very own Ramsey Noah. So let me not deviate, back to my Romantic Attraction. So this movie had me gushing all over the place. I saw this movie not as a little girl, but I was younger. I feel old. But still, I love Romantic Attraction. Yesterday, today, and forever. If that makes any sense. I love Romantic Attraction for all the beautiful things, but especially for the fact that the actors, RMD, Stella, Chioma, Sharon, Emeka Inyosha, did so well. The person that stood out for me was RMD. They said an actor prepares.
She said that?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure she said that?
Yes.
I remember the times I've hustled I was acting and everything. I did both acting class with Chioma Chikoka and everything. They will always tell you an actor prepares. So RMD had this thing that he does. So he loved his wife so much. So he had this thing that he does to the wife whenever, he brings his hand and touches her plays with her cheeks, caresses her cheeks and everything. It was so beautiful. God. I'm sorry, but it was beautiful to watch. It was beautiful to see. He did that to the wife died, birthed their child. He did that to the child, then moved over to Chioma Chukwuka, who later became, they did not show it, but the wife, second wife or something like that, to take care of their child and everything like that. So he did that. That was something that made him stand out. That was something I picked. Even if I forgot his name, I'll remember that. You know, maybe some actors, they will, maybe a certain character, the character will be twitching, or the character will be playing with their pen, the character will be playing with their hair, or doing something that will make them stand out. RMD, that stuff, that stroke that he was giving on the cheek made him stand out for me. It showed like, I love this person, I love physical touch, I am fond of this person, I'm fond of that person, you know, this kind of stuff. Yeah. But another thing, the lesson I learned from the movie is that, honey, sweetheart, my love, you are replaceable.
Just count. Don't pull me now. Sorry.
Because in this film, RMD's wife died during childbirth, right? Yes, he stayed 9 years, not knowing any other woman, focused on his child, tried to train his child, even with his friends trying to lure him to sleep with somebody, he didn't give in. But he took his daughter, wanting a mother, and bringing her teacher home and speaking fondly of the teacher for him to change his mind and start falling in love again. So my darling, live your life, be happy, do things that you love. You never know when your life can be cut short. Nobody's praying for that, but this is life. Things happen. Whichever way that you can be happy, the good way that you can be happy, be happy. Because even your child can betray you. Even your husband or wife will betray you. So better live your life and be happy. So if you're still here and you really love this movie, you already like the sound of this movie, you didn't watch the movie in the past, search for Romantic Attraction on YouTube by RMD. Before YouTube people will bring out Romantic Attraction by Zubi Michael. Search for Romantic Attraction, watch it, look out for RMD, look out for that stuff I told you about. That story was and still is the in thing. Hopefully one day I'll be able to tell such story in a modernized way, in a good, better way, because it feels good to see that there were times where people still do it, but now recently a lot of things are going on. People just money for hand, back for ground. Like, I'm not in for all the flowers, I'm not in for all the talks, I'm not in for. It felt good seeing the chasing, the consistency, a lot of things. That's the kind of story I want to tell. I don't care about what other people are telling right now. People are doing all those ones, doing all those. I'm a hopeless romantic guy, accept it. These are the kind of stories I want to tell, honestly. So guys, if you're still here and you are like me, you love classic films, music, you love cooking, learning new recipes, this channel is for you, right? We've been growing and we'll keep growing. I'm trying to be as consistent as I can be. Please do not forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Do not forget to turn on your notification button to be the first person to get notified whenever I post a video. I'm trying to ease it off with moving and all of that. I'm trying, but I got to do something, right? Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, I remain your host, Amelie Onwadi. Bye for now. Mwah.